he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Customs. Today we're back on the 1962 Impala hood. For those of y'all that watched the last video, you see where we ended. If you didn't, run back and check it out and then come to this video. But off camera this morning, I come out and done a sand on the top of it. Done 220 up to 400 on that high build primer. And I think it looks pretty good. I just got through washing it and drying it. So let's run in there. And yes, I'm sanding in my paint booth. I know a lot of people are freaking out. I clean the paint booth every time before I use it. So it ain't going to hurt it. And I don't feel like taking it all the way back over to the shop. But come on, and I'll let you see what we got cooking. All right. Yeah, as you see, I washed it in here a whole lot. Well, here's what we got. That spot that I said we had up here, that was just a run. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm not seeing any really bad low spots. That's just watermark. I have well water. So when we wash stuff, you're going to see things like that. Yeah, that spot turned out good. That was at a big rust spot. That was a rust spot there. See a little discoloration. But all in all, not bad. Well, I'll tell you what, you wouldn't think the 400 is that smooth, but it is. That was that big spot that we had. And that feels pretty good. Of course, we didn't have much wrong with the center. We had, maybe that was it. We had a spot somewhere. Yeah, not bad. Check the other side. I'm trying to remember where that one was in the center. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Not bad. A very shade of a low spot right there. But I mean, this thing is not going to SEMA, okay? It's just going on a cool old car so the man can drive it around. And it looks good. The rest of the car looks pretty good, so. Yeah, all of these big spots turned out really nice. Alright, that ain't bad at all, guys. I think what I'm going to do is wipe her down with some Windex. And late in the day, I'll probably do it tomorrow or Monday. Come out here with some gray and just spray the top and see what it looks like. Like I say, you can't see the filler or the bodywork really. I mean, I know where it is. I know if that's a spot that I fixed. But I think we're good. I think the gray will do the trick. And, yeah, we'll be able to hang this up, shoot gray underneath it, and get some paint and clear on it. But, yeah, so far, so good. Alright guys, I do believe I have this thing ready to put on the gray sealer. You see I hung it up different this time. With some hooks there on the front with my shorter bar. That was just a little too tall for what I wanted to do. And then I just put a couple of bolts in where the hood hinge would go to hold it up off of the sawhorse is enough. So yeah, I can get on my little rolly stool, roll under there, paint the underside, and then come right here and I can get all of the hood. Much rather do it like this than straight up and down. For the sealer coat, I'm going for super slick and laying it super flat. And the paint calls for gray. We don't have gray. But we have white and we have black. Therefore, well, technically we do have gray. Let's get some of this mixed up and get ready to shoot. We'll be using my DeVelvis DB1 base gun. But like I say, I really want this to lay flat and slick. so that once I get it laid on there and I'm happy with it, we go right on to paint. All right. Let us use. We put them on the right way. I would like to have a light gray, what I'm after. So let's see if we can obtain that. This is like white, I mean super white. And this stuff mixes 4-to-1. You see how thin it is. And what I'm doing on my cup here, my mixing cup, on the first column it goes 1 through 7. I'll put that white up there to 5. And I think that would get us where we want to be with a lighter gray. And the way it doesn't make a big deal, because we know that it's not going to match the car perfect because the paint's been on the car for years and years. But I think if we put a lighter gray than what would normally go on there, that the paint would be just a shade lighter. It may match better. It's always hard when you're trying to match up paints. It's a factory color. Well, that was perfect. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good at this. Let's see if that ratio gives us a gray like we would like. Yep, I had that hammer probably 40 years. Before I even put in anything else. Let's see what we're getting here. Oh yeah, I'm very happy with that. Now, since I've smudged it all up, there we go. Now I can see how much put in there. Of course, I got my hardener. Of course, you fill it up to the next number 7 there. Perfect. And then y'all know me. I'll put some thinner in it. I'm using a slow reducer. It's 70 degrees in the booth. But I want a slow reducer, and I give this stuff plenty of dry time. And it should lay out really flat and really nice. That's reduced close to 10%. You get technical, we call it about 8%. But good enough. Now, let me get this mixed up for a while. I want a really, really good mix since we put 2 different colors together. And we'll get to the booth, we'll get to spraying. Well, let's see how it turned out. Well, it is gray. Not looking too bad. It's not looking bad at all, but it's not perfect. Yeah, I do see some areas that are not fantastic in there. And like I say, guys, this isn't a show car. This is just getting a hood painted for somebody to put on their car. But some of these I just can't let go, like that one there. I don't even know if y'all can see that right there. There's another one over here where the light hits it just right. Yeah, just some little spots. Nothing. Something a lot of people probably wouldn't even see. But I know they're there. You see one right there. Alright, so I'm just going to let this thing sit here. Let's say it's about 2 o'clock. And we'll let it sit there and dry overnight. Come out here in the morning, check it out. Then I may go through and fix some of these spots that I'm unhappy with. Yeah, there ain't no sense painting if I got spots that I don't like. But the gray suits me. Underneath is done. So that ain't bad. But it ain't no big deal. Fix a couple little spots. And shoot some more gray to it. Yeah. Like I say, I want it right. Alright, guys. Several days later. Got them little spots fixed. And got me some gray high build on there. I've got that all sanded down. Now, I mean, she looks good. I do not see anything wrong with that. So, what I'm going to do is mix me up some sealer, some light gray sealer, about the same color as this, and we'll get it shot and see what we got. Alright, well, we're finally ready to paint. I think I've got everything ready. I wet the floor down because there's a little trash in here. This way to keep from picking it up. Everything's been wiped down good. But yeah, this thing's ready to paint. And got the paint here. I got a quart of the silk base urethane base coat. Chevrolet Chevy Code 912 silver blue poly base coat. And I got some medium urethane grade reducer. So I think this all should work out pretty well. According to the sheets here, mixing instructions 2 to 1. So I get like 1.5 quarts out of this. So I've got everything set up. We're going to be using our DV1 DeVilbiss base gun. And yeah. So let's get this going, get this paint mixed up, and see how she's going to lay down. Hope this paint ain't real thin. But we'll see. Alright, let's see what we got here. Throw this in the old paint shaker and give her a whirl. Yeah, shook it up pretty good. No, that ain't seeming like it's really, it don't feel like it's thin. You can feel resistance when you stir it. Alright, so 2 to 1. Yeah, I'm just going to dump it straight out of here. We'll be using it all, I would assume. Alright. Got that there. And grab more stuff. Let's just drop everything. That's how we roll. Always look away when you do that, because things gonna splash no matter what. Just leave him open, because I'll mix another one here in a minute. No, not terribly thin, about average. Well, let me sit here and stir this for a minute or so. Then we'll get the gun loaded and we'll get ready. There's our first coat. Let's let that sit for a little bit and then we'll see. But it looks like this paint has a really, really good coverage. Alright guys, with that quart, I got 2 coats under the hood, which I do believe it covered well. Yeah. And I was able to get 3 coats on top of the hood. Which, I mean, I think it turned out looking pretty good. So now, there's a bug. An ant or something. Get out of there. Okay. Got to get that ant off of there. But let's go ahead and get ready for our clear. Now the clear we're using, same stuff I always use. The super wet Euro clear. It's a 2-to-1 mix, and I'll be using my Elvis DV1 clear gun. But let me get everything situated here and get mixed up, and we'll get shooting this clear. Alright, got that clear sprayed on there. Let's show you what she looks like. Ooh, shiny. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I think they'll be plenty happy with this. Especially considering the shape this hood was in with all the rust and the holes and the dents. Yeah, I think they'll be fine with it. Well, today's Saturday, so I'm going to let this thing sit out here until Monday. Then Monday we can get it over in the shop, get the hood latch bolted on. Yes, I did remember to paint and clear that. And then get the chrome trim on. We can call them and it's ready to rock. But yeah, I'm happy with the way that turned out. Looks great. All right. Well, the hood is cured. Yeah, today's Wednesday, so yeah, it's cured really well. So let's put the latch on, and then we'll put some chrome on it. And that'll have it. Let me just lay down here and take a nap. got that part. Now let's grab a chrome. Oh, yeah, it's a little nicer. Get our little rolling stool here. And them are 3/8, I do believe. All right. First emblem. Those won't go on there good. Put these down here. How come they're not fitting in there? It's in the holes. It's super tight fit. Well, that ain't gonna fall off, is it? See if we can get these started on here. Oh yeah. I'll need a socket to get them started. We'll get them. Never did care for these here. They just seem cheap. I know they work, they hold, but still, I just never liked them. Hey, that looks nice. Pretty emblem. Especially for the year, it's still in a really good condition. Now, you tighten these up carefully. we go. Now the next one is the big one that goes across the whole front. Chevrolet. Let's take all these off. Or however many we got. Oh, we're missing one. That's not a big deal. Oh, let's see how this one fits. The holes are more elongated. I see it going there a little easier, I hope. It's a little twisted. Well, I can't even get one started on that one. That one started. Oh yeah, it's gonna go. Think you really want to be a pain. Okay, we're getting it there. not going to sit there and hammer them, you know what I mean? Then we'll break them, and I bet you. And you don't come across this trim every day, I would assume. Yes, that looks nice. That looks really nice. Well, there we have it. One hood complete. Well, guys, I got to say, I think that looks pretty good. I think that the owner will be happy with it. It'll match the rest of the car. I'd say the rest of the car looked pretty good. It's just that, you know, it needed that hood repaired and painted. Of course, a lot more repaired than what I initially thought. But that's okay. We took care of it, and we treated the customer right. I did not charge him extra for that. The price I gave him up front, it's the price that I charged him. So, it is what it is, and I'm happy that I done it, and it turned out well. Well, everyone, I appreciate you watching. Hopefully you enjoyed part 1 and part 2 of this video. Glad to be done with it. I'll give the gentleman a call here in a minute. If you would, throw us down some comments. Hit us up on Patreon, and that's super thanks. And please, like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Till the next one, well, that everyone has a fantastic day.